guys, Scott here. And in today's video, we're going to look at the PSA Dagger Compact with extreme cut and threaded barrel. Then see if this is a viable solution or a viable firearm for SouthPaws. All right, but before we go ahead and get into this video, let's go through some housekeeping here. First, the 4 primary rules of firearm safety. Treat all firearms as they are loaded. So as we take this out, we will check and make sure it's not loaded, even though we know it is. You know, the other thing is always keeping your firearms pointed in a safe direction. Thirdly is we want to make sure our finger is off the trigger and until we're ready to shoot it. And also is to know your target and what's beyond it. So those are the 4 safety rules that we should always be following, and also what we should be teaching to our children and to new shooters. Secondly, YouTube, this is an educational and informative video, similar to a dishwasher or a blender, you know, just giving some information and all that. We're being safe here. So, you know, that is one thing here. Thirdly, this was sent to me by PSA, you know, to do this review. So I did request it from them. I'm on their program, so I did ask for this so I could do a review on this. But lastly, guys, hit that subscribe button. If you find my videos very helpful, please definitely hit those subscribe buttons and definitely share, okay? So let's go ahead and break it out here. This one is one of their package deals where you get 10 PMags included with it, plus the case. So basically what you'll get, of course, you will get 10 PMags. I took them out, didn't think you need to see 10 PMags here. So of course you'll get the firearm. So let's go ahead and we'll drop the mag here. This one here has a barrel block on it. We'll lock the slide back, we'll check the chamber, and of course it's not loaded. Okay guys? So then you'll get a plate, because it is optic ready for an RMR. So you'll get the plate and everything for the installation of an RMR optic. And of course you get which is required by law for them to send out, you know, your gun lock. Okay, so those are the things that, you know, will be coming with it. So let's go ahead and break down. I know this has been out for a while, but let's break down some of the specs and then we'll go further along in this. Okay guys, so basically here, firearm overall is 7.65 inches. The overall width is about 1.28 inches. So it is a little bit of it's not a micro compact, which is about 1 inches or less. So basically it fits into the compact. Definitely a good size. Concealed carry, not sure about that. All right. So basically, and also now the height is 4.78 inches. The weight without unloaded with the magazine is 22.4 ounces. The threaded barrel is your standard thread pitch of 1.5 by 28 TPI. The barrel length is 4.5 inches. If it was a non-threaded, I think it's like 4.1 inches. So that is there. Of course, this is a sniper green polymer frame and all that. So, and of course, it's 15 round magazine. So those are the specs here. So basically though, what makes this, does this make a good firearm for SouthPaws? And let's start off first and say this is not an ambidextrous gun. If you've watched any of my other videos, I have 2 different definitions for an ambidextrous gun. A fully ambidextrous gun is where when you take the firearm out of the box and pick it up, it has a slide lock on both sides, left and right side, and your mag releases are functional right out of the box, left and right. You do not have to swap them out. So, and then there's the ambidextrous, which is the only difference is if you wanted to, you would need to swap the mag out to make it more functional for a left-handed person. Now, personally, I do not swap out my magazines. Releases because I am the only SouthPaw in my family. So when a family member picks up this firearm for whatever reason, for self-defense or, you know, practice or whatever, I want them to always know that the mag release is going to be on the left side. So I train myself knowing it. It doesn't really hinder the functionality of being a SouthPaw, having that mag release on the left side. So those are what makes this here. So this gun here, because it is cloned, I guess the best term for a Glock Gen 3, Glock 19 Gen 3, they cannot modify. If they modify, they go upon infringing on Glock's other patents they have for the Gen 4, the Gen 5, and all that. So where they make things, so they can't make any changes. They can't put slide locks or anything on both sides and making the mag release functional. So because this mag release is not swappable from what I can gather, and it is from what I understand, but it's very hard and it doesn't work that great, and there's some modifications you would have to do. Hey guys, if I'm wrong on that, please put that in the comments. I would like to know if this is swappable or not. But from my understanding and what research I've done, I could not see where it said it was swappable. And people put out questions out there on some of the boards, out there on the internet, and a lot of people are saying it isn't, and some were saying, well, you can put in a Glock, but it doesn't work that well, and you would have to do some modifications to the firearm itself. So I'm going to go with that. So this one here, so will I say this is a good firearm for a Southpaw? It's a viable solution. If you're looking for a budget-friendly, threaded barrel firearm, you can get this without the package, and I think it's like in the 200s, on sale sometimes in the mid 200s. It is. Believe it or not, I find it very nice. And as being a Southpaw, there are firearms out there I would love to buy, but because they're not designed for a Southpaw, I don't buy them. So this one I had an opportunity to play with before I asked PSA to send it to me, and I felt this was a viable solution. And I think what makes it more of a viable solution for Southpaws is the extreme cut, and along with this indentation here, the angle here on the front of the slide really makes it an easy way to manipulate the gun. So you're asking, if you're wondering why I'm worried more about being able to lock back the slide and all, slide locks is a key factor for a firearm. For me, it's in a self-defense. To me, a firearm, this is a self-defense tool. Yeah, I take it out to the range and shoot it, but any gun I'm going to carry, I want it to be in a self-defense situation here. So basically, if there's a malfunction, I want to be able to lock this slide back without really losing my grip, having control of the firearm, being able to keep the firearm in front of me in my workspace, be able to scan the situation, keep my eyes on the situation while I'm dealing with the malfunction. So with this one, like in a double feed, I'm an old school. I like to release, have the slide lock back, release the pressure on the magazine. Let me go ahead and put this in here, and be able to lock it back and release the pressure of the magazine and deal with, the double feed and all that. So this gun definitely works. So basically here, we got it, and there you go. So there, it does lock back. The only problem is, like I said, is you're moving things in a situation. Your grip is not the best. You're using your trigger finger to lock the slide up, and so you're kind of not in a great position. Where if it was on the other side, you use your thumb and you keep your trigger finger off everything up there out of the way, and you're able to lock back the slide. So but it works. It is functional. I've been playing with it, and so it does work. It's a lot easier, a lot smoother than a lot of other firearms I've played with. Definitely a lot easier, and I think it's because it is a little bit larger than my SIG 365 XL. That is very awkward for me, and I think a lot of it is because of it's smaller, I'm losing a lot of surface area as I'm trying to manipulate the slide. So this definitely works. It's a great gun. The trigger, believe it or not, is not bad for out of the box OEM trigger. Definitely nice crisp thing here, and the reset's not bad, but like I said, this is out of the box handgun, budget friendly handgun. So I'm not looking for a high-end gun. Trigger, would it be similar to the Canic? No, but definitely it is pretty nice. I've played with a few of their other ones, and they've felt spongy, kind of like the SIG trigger. So I'm not sure if they've upgraded lately, or it's because this is the extreme cut in this model with the threaded barrel being more tactical, they've put in a different trigger or not. But this definitely is a lot nicer. So definitely would give that. So, this would be a great home defense gun because you get, you know, that 4.5-inch barrel, so it gives you good line of sight. You know, you're able to put a suppressor on it, so basically if you don't have to worry about ear protection or your ears. And optic ready, this is an RMR cut, so if you put on a Gideon Optics Omega, it would fit nicely on here. You can do lights, you know, let me see here, I got a list of here. So you can do a Streamlight TLR 7A, a Surefire X300, an Olight PL Mini 2 Valkyrie, or an Inforce Wild 1 will all fit on this rail. So you can deck it out real nice and have a nice self-defense firearm for your home. So yes, definitely would I recommend it? Yeah. Are there other solutions out there, other better firearms? Yes. That are ambidextrous or fully ambidextrous. There's the Ross Martin, and from my understanding, they're supposed to be coming out with a threaded barrel on the Ross Martin, which is a budget-friendly, fully ambidextrous. So there are other ones, but honestly, not a bad one. I'm still debating. I have the option of purchasing this. I'm still deciding, just budget-wise, do I want to, you know, purchase this or not? But definitely, I'm gonna take this to the range and give it a try. The mags are great, the P mags, but also I got an X-Tar. These are X-Tar magazines. They do not make 15-round mags. These are an 18-round. They definitely fit nice in there. So it'd be nice if X-Tar, you know, does a 15-round magazine, but definitely would work, you know, so it gives you that extra there. My only thing I have is the mag release is a little stiff, and I saw some other reviews, people were complaining that it was stiff. The other thing is it's pretty sharp. It's very square, so it is, you know, sharp, so you're feeling that against your finger there. So that would be my only complaint. Other than that, you know, it's got the sights that are suppressor height. So definitely would recommend this, guys. Definitely, I see no reason not to recommend it. It's easy to manipulate. It does meet, even though it's not ambidextrous, it is able to be functioned from the SouthPaw, you know, shooting environment. All right, guys, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Definitely share. And again, hit that subscribe button, guys. Be safe.